Hi, this is Scott Herkus of Max Muscle Quad Cities with locations in Moline and Bettendorf. We are happy to bring you this ILLOWA FCA story.
In reality, every season is a rebuilding year for every high school football team. But for the Alleman Pioneers, especially in recent history, that rebuilding process always seems to begin with a strong foundation. The question this season, how strong is that foundation coming off a state runner-up season?
I mean, every year is a new chapter, and we've been able to get a couple long runs in here in the playoffs the last few years, so you just got to count your blessings sometimes, and sometimes the ball bounces your way. But one thing about here, we're always blessed with really hard-working, good kids, and this year certainly the case also.
And you got some really good, hard-working kids that are pretty large up front too.
Yeah, this is probably, and this is my 13th year as the head coach, and this is probably physically the biggest line that we've had. So we got a little size there. Some of them have really improved since their junior year. You see a lot of growth a lot of times between their junior and senior year, and we have seen that with some of these guys. So, we'll see how it all comes together on a Friday night, but certainly it's got some a little bit of beef up front to hopefully move the pile.
Where do opportunities lie out there for some of the guys?
One thing that we had to do, especially on the defensive side of the ball, we always want to get our best 11 out there. So we've actually, we've only had 3 returning starters. We actually asked 2 of the 3 to change positions just to make us a better football team, and they gladly did so. So, I think that speaks to their unselfishness, learning a new position their senior year. But if it makes us better, then they're all for that. And so we try to get our best 11 out there on defense, and in order to do that, we had to switch some guys around. But it's coming together, slow but sure. And then I think on the offensive side of the ball, we do have some size up front, but our backfield is relatively inexperienced. We had 2 of our better running backs were hurt all last year and never got to play at all. So, they haven't had any varsity experience, and so, I'm sure it's going to be a little bit of nervousness. We got a lot of new faces on both sides of the ball, but that's about fun. Every year's a new chapter, and they'll be fine.
Well, it was all about the seniors last year, and this year, our current seniors, we're trying to build off that, keep going with that. We've learned a lot from them, and I think we'll definitely be able to build a strong team off that.
It seems like year after year you guys do have a good foundation, no matter what year it is too. Do you sense that's kind of in place?
Well, definitely. I think the younger coaches, or the younger grade coaches, they have great programs, and it all starts there. They work up, and when we get to the varsity level, we have good fundamentals to build off of.
What are some areas that are going to probably be able to go right away, some strengths you got?
Well, definitely our defense. We've always had a pretty strong defense, and then our running game, typical for Alleman. I think we're pretty strong there. I think we'll surprise some people passing this year too. So.
Do you sense that is the emphasis at every practice, even whether it's intentional or even backdoor, like, hey, defense is #1 around here?
Right. For the past few years, it's always been a gridiron defense. Alleman's been known for that. We try and keep teams as low as we can, and I think the scoring usually takes care of itself for us.
Made some changes, a lot of changes with guys going different positions. We got a couple new guys, and we got the upcoming sophomores who are improving and getting better and better every day. Just all in all, I think the linemen have really improved.
And Coach says this is probably the biggest team he's ever had. I mean, what great affirmation that is as a guy,
Yeah.
How big a deal is that, and how intentional were those guys to really be in that weight room the right way and train, stuff like that?
Well, they really worked hard. I worked out with a couple of them over off season, and I could not keep up with half of them. I don't even know how they did everything they did, but they just got it done.
Well, you guys are just a no-nonsense team too. I mean, try to stop us kind of thing too. How has that served you guys over the year? As now that, I mean, you're a senior, but I'm sure as an observer over the years, it's like, how do they do it sometimes?
Yeah, I don't really know. Our linemen always block fundamentally sound every year, and our halfbacks we just look for the holes that our linemen give us. I mean, it's not really, we aren't overly talented kids. We're just average athletic kids who mainly rely on our linemen to give us what we get.
Certainly one of the bonuses of playing all the way to the final day of the season is the amount of practice time returning players have in their rearview mirror. And of course, practicing against such quality adds even more bonus to the equation.
The guys that maybe didn't get to play a ton last year, we got a lot of guys in, you know, a lot of special teams plays and that. But not only that, but the kind of the hidden benefit of making a deep run last year is those guys got 5 more weeks of practice. I mean, they don't see it that way as that much fun,
right.
But they got 5 extra weeks of work in there at the end of the season. And that can only make you better.
Well, tradition's a real big part of Alleman football. You always hear about the guys before you, how you have to represent them, have to hold up what they've done and continue what they've done. So I think tradition is going to play a big role in this, especially off of last season too.
We're not last year's team, we're this year's team. We have a different group of seniors, different leaders, new leaders. We're just trying to take one game at a time and not try to get ahead of ourselves.
Football is such a big part of the pattern of your life, you know, too, and now, let's face it, you have veteran status now. You guys been around a while.
Thanks, Dan.
How does it enrich your life? And, you know, I mean, it's like you game plan year after year and you break it down, and then, you know, you build relationships too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those are enduring things.
Yeah, you know, I am way past winning being the thing. You know, every group of kids is a little bit different, and each one is unique in their own way. And it's just like I said, I've just been so blessed. We had a great group of coaches here that have hung with us and been together for quite a long time. And then every year it's outstanding young men that we get to work with. So we're truly blessed. And like I said, we do this for the kids so they can have something to be proud of as they work their way through the program, and we try to build everything for the seniors so their senior year is something special for them that they can remember. And they write in their chapter of Alleman football. This will be the 65th year of Alleman football, and this will be the 65th chapter. So we're kind of pushing that to the kids. And like I said, I'm way past worrying about any coaching accomplishments. It's as long as I'll be around, it'll be about the kids, and we got some special ones here.
Hey, Pioneer athletes, coaches, family, fans, and community, the pieces are in place to get FCA going at your school. For information on how to get it rolling, you can go to our national website at fca.org or our local website at illowafca.org.
26, not quit.